Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Professionals Unplugged. This is your host Utkarsh Sharma, and let me introduce you to my guest, Utkarsh Sharma, sir. So I'm calling him sir. I will tell this later on. Utkarsh, let's start with the very basic question. So can you please introduce our audience about yourself?
Sure. Firstly, thank you, Utkarsh, for introducing me. Right. So myself, Utkarsh Sharma. So I'm in academics from basically the past 10 years, and I'm working right now as a master trainer in a Genet Foundation. That's a non-profit organization dealing with the CSR initiatives of clients like SAP, Microsoft, IBM, and Vodafone. Basically, we are dealing with training into the new technologies to the colleges and underprivileged students of schools and graduates which drop out from their studies and all. So this is all about my job, and basically I'm pursuing PhD and currently Intel certified machine learning instructor, also certified data scientist. So that's all about my past and my studies.
So I think that's a learning curve that you are having right now, teaching as well as doing PhDs. So how is your overall experience? I mean, how you deal with different type of students you get, and I was one of them. So let me answer that question that I said via call answer. So Utkarsh sir was my teacher when I was doing my graduation, like engineering. So he taught me operating systems in my 2020 batch. So I was from 2016 to 20, when he was one of the finest teacher. I think that's why I asked him to join in this podcast. And the major thing about him was it was very easy to connect with him, and I found it very easy to ask him questions and at the same time get the advices from him. That's why you are seeing him on this podcast. So this is the answer to the first thing that I told in this interview. So yeah, so my question to you, sir, is like how you tend to deal with different types of students that you face in your day-to-day life, because I think everyone is different. So I think you got my question.
Yeah, I got that. That's the thing is we who are not related with this profession normally have there in mind, because we got to interact with lots and lots of students, lots of different kind of students, or you can say monthly basis. Now I'm in this trainer persona, so I'm right now in dealing totally different students, some in 1 month, next month different students from different institute right now. But one thing is that the interaction is not only dependent from the student side. Whatever the personality you will be having in front of the students, how you will behave with them, the same way they will behave with you, right? So if you'll try to be open with them, you're not to imitate someone that there's a wall in front of them and whatever they will speak, it just comes back. If you like that, so they will not be able to try to speak anything in front of you, right? So from day one, or you can say from the very early starting of this profession, I started it very early, just after my master's. So at that time, there was not much of the age gap between me and my students. It was around only 2 to 3 years. But that time also, I just made that dignity of the job and dignity of the position, and also the kind of interaction with the students, so that they will feel like connected, right? They'll not feel like that it's okay, there's someone is there for 1 hour, they will deliver their session and then move on, okay? There has to be something, a connectivity with them, that the person who's standing there, that's standing for them. Okay? Because our job is totally for the students. In this profession, you will say what we develop, we don't develop anything. Okay, what we are giving, we are the byproduct of this profession is like some others, professionals. We are giving the software engineers, we are giving the testers, coders and all, right? So the thing is that it's totally depend on the person who is standing in front of the students and how you interact with them. And I love this part of this job that I got to meet new students always, and I also learn from them. That's not that I don't learn from that. That's the thing which keeps me alive, and the feedbacks from some of the students and their interaction, their comments and their all things that keeps us going, right? Just like you, we see some of our students growing in their industries and doing good and remember us. That's also a great thing. If someone remembers you for something, that's also great. So that's all about this job.
I think teaching is one of the most thankless job in this world, because you are creating the future, and at the same time people might tend to believe that they are just here to perform their job, but they forgot what they are trying to do, right? And the connectivity
We can
thing,
say that.
yeah. And the connectivity
But
thing
that
is
depends on the person who is doing that job also, right? That was always considered as a boring job, okay, initially, right? The person who is teaching considered as a very serious kind of person, boring person having. So that's not only totally false, okay? That's because of some people who do it like that.
Yeah.
I never tried to do it like that. I never tried to follow the strict persona of a teacher or a faculty, okay? So because that's why the thing is that whenever you will not let your students speak in front of you, that's the thing you can say a bit lagging, or you can say difference between our Indian education system and you will see the education system outside. They have the permissions to move in, move out in between of the class. You might have seen, okay, yeah. Right? They can call their faculties by their names, okay, and they can drink, they can eat in between the class, okay, or they can chat, they can wear whatever, they can sit like that, they can do whatever they like. They have a kind of freedom there. Okay, I'm not saying that up to that freedom, but at least they should be given a freedom that they can move in and move out of the class as per their need, whether they're going to for some restroom, they are having calls and all. So by that they can also liberate their minds to speak. If you make them like that, okay, if you'll say something, you will get punished. They will not ask questions anytime.
Correct.
Again, that thing will go back and again. That person will not grow ever.
Yeah, I think this was the point I was going to speak. Like, you always try to have a bi-directional communication with us, making sarcastic comments sometimes, making us laugh at the class. So I think that's the best way. So that was the best way to teach, I can say. So yeah, that's perfect. So let me jump into my next question. So any dream you have, sir, right now?
Dream, what can say that people, we have a lots and lots of dreams, right? So cannot say I cannot discuss any particular dream. We all have the same dreams as a human being. I have normal dreams also. Good house, good car, good status, and all these all other dreams. But particularly if you talk about in this profession, I love this profession, right? So I tried initially to switch from this as a computer science graduate, as all my friends are in the IT industry and most of them are there. So I initially tried to switch that, go to the IT field. Somehow I stuck to this field. Okay. And now I really, that when I have chances to move on, but I don't want to move out from this field, because I love nowadays that if I think like that, if I'll switch from this job, then how will I get this kind of time to speak in front of students, to share my thoughts, to get their thoughts, right? It's a great thing to interact with the young minds every year, every month, right? So in offices, you will not be able to interact with those level of energy and their thoughts, okay? So it's the great thing about this job, that I always get to interact with the young minds always.
Amazing. I mean,
that's dream is, you can say about the dream is that that's always been in this field, that to change the attitude of this field, or to change someone by your thoughts, okay? We graduate hundreds and thousands of students, but if you can change someone's personality by your thoughts, your actions, or something else, then that becomes a great deal. I want to be like that if I'll do something and that can change some person in a good human being, that will be great for me.
That's amazing. I mean, trying to make good human beings by educating them and helping them in their day-to-day life. Right? That's really inspiring, sir. So last question, any particular story you want to share? You can share from academics or anything.
Lots and lots. I've been in 10 years in this domain, starting from the job days when I was just like a student. So students used to disguise me as their seniors. They tried to talk to me like their seniors. Then they still realized that I was a faculty, that kind of those stories. But there are some stories which keeps me going in this field, right? Lots and lots of. Initially, I want to talk about that. When I was in only 2 to 3 years past in my job, like as a faculty, some of my students, they were in their final year. They were just going to pass out from the college. They came to me in the Bansar room to talk. Can you please come out? They were just like in group, okay? Because initially, no one just have a courage to talk to the faculty on loan, okay? It was the initial days. I got smoother year by year. Initially, it was not like that.
Yeah.
So they came to me and there was a blabbering light of that, but I don't understand exactly what they wanted to say. But
Yeah.
if they said that just be like that, whatever you are like, don't change yours. That was the only statement like that. I don't know in what context
They
they
said.
said that to me, but
Yeah.
they said like that, so don't change yourself, be like this. I said maybe something like
Yeah.
that. I made them just like my juniors in my class. Just don't make friends, okay? Just you can be like a big brother, their senior, okay, in the class, so they can share your problems with you, okay, apart from the studies and all, from studies also. Like that, there are several stories about students who remembers you sometimes after a few years, just like you remembers that, and we connect somehow because of I write a post on the LinkedIn, and you were also doing that similar kind of profile in your company, and we got connect, and so that happens. That makes us keep going in this particular job.
That's incredible, sir. That's so kind of you, and at the same time trying to be more like the students, I can say, like trying to be like them in order to educate them. I think that's the best thing that one can ask for. That's amazing. So I think I'm done with my questions. So thank you so much, sir, for joining in. Thanks. Have a
Thank
great
you
day.
very much, Utkarsh, for giving me the opportunity. Best of luck for your this particular portrait. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.